there. Nice pickup on first down.
Number 37.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out, you can run wide receiver routes with him, you can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll throw with May. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first 10.
And he'll get in. He's over for a touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Patriots are on the board first here this afternoon. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Penix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. On play action, May. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. To the air, May. Gets this complete to Butte. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 8. May going to give it to Henderson. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Throwing here is May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward May. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Stevenson going to be stopped before he can get moving forward, as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To throw, it's May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Trevion Henderson from 4 yards out. And the Patriots have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To the air, Penix. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. They'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here now, 2nd and 4. And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Michael Penix, 15 yards. And the Falcons are back within a score. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Oh, he shifts past him. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the big play there, all negated by an illegal block in the back.
He knew it right away as he was doing it. You can see it in his body language. I think what hurts most is he really didn't need to do it, but he just couldn't help himself.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. May trying to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, May with it. He'll try and do this himself. And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Off the play fake. Here's May. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second down and 3. The tight end Henry here in motion. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they go play action with May. He finds Douglas complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's May. That's to the running back, Ramondre Stevenson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Stevenson. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's May. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Complete to Zacchaeus. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now 3rd down and 7. And looking to throw, Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
And the Falcons.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now Penix. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll throw with May. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
May's pass intercepted.
They'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A gain of 8 there on the play.
It's a gain of 8.
And they'll be left with second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's Penix. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Penix. And he is caught. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The Folks' kick is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep here for Dobbs. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Milton Williams able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Got him there, and it's London. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 75 yards. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Patriots 17.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
To throw, it's May. He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Play action. May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
First down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
at the 44.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Got him in. It's Brown. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
We're going to throw. May. They set up the screen for Henderson. Oh, able to avoid him. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Ramondre Stevenson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
To the air, Penix. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right, nowhere to go.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is all about testing a defense at different levels. Both the tight end and the receiver outside are going to run matching dig routes at varying depths down the field. This gives your quarterback options. He decides to go with his tight end on the shorter route, and he made the right call.
Penix working out of the gun here. Over the middle, it's complete.
Penix's pass.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now 2nd and 3. Off play action, here's Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw. Now Penix going to hold on to it and avoids the contact by sliding. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by
Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Penix going to hold on to it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 5. And he's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Penix. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. today, Zacchaeus from a yard out. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. On for the extra point is Folk. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Falcons 31, Patriots 24.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll take it up past the 25 at the 26-yard line. New England's offense set to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing here is May. Little short pass here to Hill. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
To the air, May. Short pass caught by Henry. And Henry's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he's up to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
2nd down and 8. Slot man moves right. And looking to throw, Penix. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. 11 more on that one and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Right back to Pitts again. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Back to the ground with Robinson. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Third and 10.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. They'll throw with Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine they're on their sidelines. They're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now out come the Patriots. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll throw with May. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10. Here's May. Got a man, Boutte. There he he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Keishawn Butte, 74 yards. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. A beautiful fake. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
It's a gain of 8.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively.
3 yards.
So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Penix sets up the screen to Robinson. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw, Penix. He'll try to pick it up himself.
Now that's a killer because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.